Hello everyone, welcome to this new live session of Customily. We are going to get started in just 2 minutes. My name is Josema, I'm Customer Success Manager at Customily, and together with Morena, we will be hosting this presentation and showing you the basics of the app. You'll be able to ask questions along the way, and we'll be answering them on the chat or at the end of the presentation. Remember that this live session is being recorded and later uploaded to our YouTube channel along with all past live sessions. You can watch each episode again and also find the assets in the description so you can replicate the products you see on the videos. If you're joining us for the first time, you'll probably wonder what is Customily. Customily is an app that installs on your e-commerce store and provides your shoppers with live previews of personalizable products. With Customily, your shoppers will be able to interact with options by typing texts, selecting fonts, colors, images, and even locations, as well as uploading their own pictures. Each interaction will show them live how the personalization will look on the finished product, enhancing the shopping experience and increasing your conversion rate. In this example of a tumbler, we have a series of images that we can change and preview and finish up building our design by typing the name and see how it changes live on the product. Not only that, certain products that may have color variants will be able to show those particular colors live with the customization. So all this is done using Customily. Now the way this works is that Customily will load a template here and an option set here for the front end of your store and for each product. Within the app, you will have many tools to create these templates and these option sets. But that's not all. Apart from the live preview, Customily will take the personalization Customily will take the personalization information from the orders you receive and create a printing file that's ready for you to take to whatever fulfillment machine or service you have for your products. So imagine how much time our tool is saving you if you think back to the way you used to offer personalized products, how you had to collect the shopper's data, create proofs, wait for feedback, make corrections, and much more. All that time and effort has been reduced and automated with Customily's live preview and production files to make your work faster and easier. So back to our presentation, we know now that Customily is a great tool for your online store and that it will help you optimize the shopping experience of your visitors. Now we can learn how the app works. It's important that you approach it with some clear concepts about your business. I highly recommend you ask yourself some questions before starting. The first one is about the current status of your store. Will I be creating new products, either for an empty new store or for a new collection in an existing store? Or will I be selling my existing products and turning them customizable? If you are working with existing products, you will use what we call Customily 1.0. With this, you will be creating templates from scratch and then linking them to your existing products, all from the app itself. The options that your shoppers will use will be created automatically, so you don't need to worry about having to code anything. This direct way of using Customily is available for all e-commerce platforms that we integrate with, and you can see them on the slide as well as any custom coded store. Now, if you will be creating new products, then more questions will pop up. Am I doing my own fulfillment, for example, with my own workshop or a local company, or am I fulfilling with a known print-on-demand supplier? And then, do I have my own designs that will be personalized, or will I be using pre-made designs from Customily? These two questions will be the entry point to use what we call Customily 2.0. This is our latest update and will allow you to create new listings more easily, faster, and better. This option is only available for Etsy and Shopify stores. So, with Customily 2.0, you will have 4 ways of creating new products. If you're working with known POD providers, you have 2 options. You can select a product from their catalog and then add an exclusive design that our illustration team has created for you. These are royalty-free designs and clip art that you can freely use and manage. Or you can select a product from the POD catalog and use our design studio to create your own designs that can be personalizable. On the other hand, if you are going to fulfill on your own, you have 2 similar options. You can automate processes by creating product bases, which are the product mockups of what you want to sell and will act the same way as the POD products. Then you can add a customized design to the product base or create your own custom design in the design studio to use over your product base. Each time you combine a product base with a design, a new template is born and linked to a new listing that Customily automatically creates in your store for you. Product bases can be from a POD catalog or your own, and designs can be from Customily's collection or your own. The result will be the same. In the case of POD providers, the listing will be connected to the print on demand using an API key. So each time there's a purchase, Customily can automatically send the print file for fulfillment. And that's more time-saving advantages for you. I believe there was a question on the chat about this, in which how could we get that particular tumbler we saw on the example? That's a Printify tumbler, and you could actually create a similar product for your Shopify store and for your Etsy store using Customily 2.0. Okay, let's dive into the app and see how does it work. When you access Customily for the first time, pay attention and complete the onboarding you will get, as it will help you answer many of the questions stated before. Then you can see the different sections of the app, and based on your answers, you can easily navigate through them. Here we are in the Start section. This is the 2.0 main interface, where you can create new products, either using print-on-demand suppliers or your own product bases. You also have a quick view of your design collection and your product base collection. If you check the left menu, you will see that these 2 collections have their own sections also. In the template section, you'll be able to create new templates and also see all the templates created automatically with the 2.0 tools. This is the core section of the app, and you can rename, clone, delete, and edit any template. In the libraries section, you'll be able to upload your personal assets and organize them for quick access and use. You can create color, fonts, vectors, and image libraries. And this is very important to remember because Customily is an asset manager, not an asset creator. Your images, designs, fonts, etc. will be created or purchased outside of the app. For example, you can create images in Canva, download them in JPG or PNG files, and then Organize them in Customily libraries for later use in templates and designs. In the store section, you can see all the products currently in your store, whether they are draft or active, and see those products linked to Customily, which templates and option sets are loading, and of course, unlink or relink any product. You can also access many settings that styles that will help you customize the front-end experience of your shoppers. The orders section is a new feature and for now is only available for Shopify stores in beta version. Here, you will get a register for all orders made using Customily with backup information about the personalization data selected, the preview, and the print file. You should know that any e-commerce platform that you decide to integrate Customily with will have in their order dashboard all the personalization information, all the previews, and the print files. So it doesn't matter where are you going to be working and where your store is located, how you integrate with Customily. Whenever there's a purchase, all the information data, the preview, and the production file will go to the order dashboard of that e-commerce. What you will see in the order section here is a backup for all orders Customily. Okay, so now that we have a very clear idea of how to navigate the app, let's create a product together. We're going to be creating this product today. This product, as you can see, is provided by Printify. It's a skinny tumbler with a straw, 20 ounce in size, and the idea is that we are going to create a design that will go into this product. So for that, of course, we need to have a clear idea of the design we want to create. If we go to Customily, to the Start section, as we saw before, we can create this new product right from the beginning. We can pick here, find the print-on-demand provider we want to use, Printify, and see under catalog that we have a lot of pages, and we can find in the search bar specifically what we want. When we reach this point, we can find the providers right now and also the available variants. This particular product has two types of finishes and several colors. If you are to pick, for example, one type of finish and a couple of colors, you are ready to go just with one variant of each type. You are ready to jump to the next step, which is to find the design. And this is very interesting because now here you can create your designs or pick from Customily's collection. When you click here, you will see 270 plus designs available for you that you can pick anytime you want for any product you want. It can be any print-on-demand provider product, or it can be your own product basis. These designs are available for you to pick at any point for any product. Also, later you'll be able to modify these designs or use the clip art the way you like it better. So it's a great way of starting off with something. Now, if you want to use your own designs, then you will pick here and go to your collection. Imagine you're just getting started and there's nothing in your design collection. You can always go to the My Design section and create a new design. Remember that designs will be available to create any product at any point. So these designs will always be here ready to go to a t-shirt, to a tumbler, or to an acrylic. Now, before we get started, remember that because we are going to be creating a product using a print-on-demand provider that has automatic fulfillment, we can actually connect the API key and have this POD automatically fulfill whatever order we have with Customily. To integrate the API key of any POD, we need to do the following. We need to go to Settings in here. In the Settings area, we are going to find the Integrations tab And here you will have, let's say we don't have any integration right now, we can select the POD from the drop-down menu, in this case Printify, and click on enable integration. Right now, since I have already Printify, let's go for custom cut and enable integration. It will show up on your list here, and you can put the API key of your account. It will validate and then save settings. If you don't know where to find the API key of your particular POD account, you can click here on this link. It will open a Help Center article, and it has very clear graphic information as to where to find each one of the POD's API keys, right? In this case, connections, generate tokens, and that will be Printify. So once we have this ready, we click on Save Settings. It will turn green, and now Printify is connected to our particular store. Now we are ready to go and create products using this particular POD, and any purchase done with this in these new products will automatically fulfill our API. So since we're going to create a new product using Printify and the Tumbler, first we need to pick the design. We are going to create a new design in here, or by going to the My Design section and access our design studio. Let's call this the flower plus name design. Yeah. Maybe this particular design will not be available for all possible products. Some products will have very specific print areas, very specific proportions, like a landscape canvas or a portrait all over print, or a wraparound like a mug or a tumbler. So sometimes it's better that we start off with the design shape and proportions that we are going to actually use. Maybe later we can just create future designs keeping in mind this particular proportion and print settings. So if you need very specific print settings depending on the product, remember that all print-on-demand providers will have in their catalog the information about the product you want to sell, of course, because we integrate with them. And when you pick on Start Designing, for example, you'll be able to see the print template. This will guide you great into understanding how each part of your tumbler is going to look, right? So this is a wraparound print. So if you want your design to be on one side, you need to put it in this area. If you want your design to be on the front, it should be here, or in the back, it should on the other side should be here. If you want to download this file, there's a button here for the case of Printify where you can download the print template, and you get a similar image like this. The great thing about Customily is that you can upload this guide, and it will help you put together your design more precisely and avoid surprises, basically. So when you go to Customily and you enter the Design Studio, you get to see all the possible tools available. We can create text boxes, straight and curved, and our customers will be able to input their own text, select fonts, select colors. We have placeholders, images, or vectors in which customers will be able to upload their own photos and vectors like logos. Then we have street maps and star maps. These tools are great for customers being able to pick their locations and styles and customize a very theme-related particular design. We have live sessions dedicated to these tools, so I recommend you watch them to understand better how they work. And finally, we have dynamic elements, vectors and images. These elements have the ability to let you upload your own graphics, your own assets. So if you have images in your computer, like you have backgrounds, you have clip art, you can upload them to these two elements, either EPS or PNG JPEG, like this. And the advantage of this is you see the icon with the four pictures is you can actually have It's not just uploading one image, it's uploading images. If you have one image here, it will be a background. But if you have multiple images, it will become a choice for your customers. So to see both case scenarios, let me upload one image, which is going to be the Tumbler print guide that we saw before. We can extend this and enlarge this object any way we want. Also, we can actually click to fit to canvas and it will fit perfectly the box. You see the proportion of our canvas, which is a standard 1x1 meter canvas, is not perfect to what's going to be printed. So we have the exact dimensions here and we can replicate them pretty easy by clicking the resize. Let's say we go with 9.3 by 8. So we click on edit, inches, 9.3 by 8. Obviously, this is pretty big because we started off with a 1x1 meter, and we're going to just shrink to fit to canvas again in this button here. And now everything fits perfectly. The advantage of having this dynamic image with the guide is we have this background to help us understand how we want to put together our design. So let's go to the layers, double click here to change this to guide, and we're going to lock it so we don't move it by accident. Now we can start creating stuff. The first thing we want to create, you see, we have only two items. We have an image selector and a name, a text box. So in the design, we will create a dynamic image, and that dynamic image can have multiple images of the flowers. So I can click on upload images. I can pick one by one or just grab all of them together and open them, and they will all load on the same object, giving you options for your customers. Now here comes the interesting part. How big will this be and where am I going to put it? Am I going to put it on the sides or on the center? Well, ideally we want this to be on the center, so we're going to put this within the safe area, of course, right? So we make sure that nothing gets got out or on the bleed or whatever. And let's try and put something around this. If you have this more planned and detailed, you can click on the transform tool and input the exact coordinates and the exact width and height. I don't know, we kind of play with this the other day and we found this would be a really nice position and place in here. And then we have the name. The name is a text box. And you see by default you get this Arial text box, right? So we actually don't want this to be Arial. We want to change the font, change the position, rotate this to make sure that it goes around here. Obviously, this is not, you can always be this as precise as your hand wants to go, or click transform and be extremely precise like that, and also input the right coordinates and width and height. In this case, we can think about this, and this will be nice, yeah? And let's locate this somewhere in here. Remember, this is trying to fit sort of the way it's going to look later on the product, but we're going to print a lot of empty space, right? This can later be a background if you want, or have some graphics on the edge. The guide will provide you with the exact position so you can put together a very precise design. Now let's grab the text and pick a font. If we open the character tab, we're going to see that we have a font selector. And well, I do have a lot of fonts, but sometimes you start off with Arial and you want to add your own fonts. All you have to do is click here in the plus sign and find fonts in your computer, upload them, and they will be part of your account, and they will be available to pick anywhere you want. I will pick this font, right? And I can start testing the box. And this is very important. We can type to try the text. Try to be the customer and type the worst case scenario, something like this. Think about long names and stuff like that. And if you see everything is fitting correctly, everything is on the right size, pay attention, because if they keep typing, it will go smaller. If you go too small, it's going to be so unreadable and so unprintable. It's not going to be nice. So we have a way of limiting this with a minimum size. Minimum size will establish at what point you will stop shrinking and stop adding characters. So right now we're going to stop in 40, meaning that when you reach minimum size 40, it will not add more characters. If we have a very small name, we may want to have a maximum size, which could be smaller than the box or as much as the box can fit. In this case, 63. So, well, 70 will be enough. And also you can control the alignments pretty well. So I'm going to drag this all the way down to make sure they are a bit separated from the graphics. Before we save this design, two things we can do is every dynamic image has the chance for you to preview all the images inside. And you can see if some images may be out of alignment, they may be too big, too small, low quality, or anything. So by previewing this, you are certain everything is correct to go. Then we can rename these labels. For example, this will be flower. This will be type your name. And yeah, there you go. Now, the final touch, of course, is hide this guide so it doesn't show when you print. And this is a ready-to-go design that we just save and take it right there to the product. Okay, say done. There's a question very interesting that we may address is, we do our own tumblers with a full color wrap. Are the print areas only rectangle, or is there a way to do a 3D wrap? I think that, well, even if the if the canvas is rectangle, if you have a printing guide that has, I think the effect is that is sort of a cone with a tilt down. I think I have seen those before, and as long as the print guide will respect that, then your design will fit that. Now, if you want the preview to show 3D, that is a bit more complex. What you can do is you can set up 3 photos of the same product like this, and have, right, your preview will show 3 views of the same product, and the print will show wrapping around on each one of those. In the end, they are images, and the print is just one. They are showing in different pieces. It's the same thing we do with mugs. We show them on both sides at the same time. So now that we have our design here, we can go to Start and create new product like we did before. Click on Printify, find the tumbler, let's think about the variants we want. We're going for the glossy, and obviously we're going to pick the glitter ones, right? And white always, yeah. So with this is the particular product we want to create with, we click next, the particular design we have created. So let's go to the last page, find it here and click the design. So now Customily is creating a new listing in my Shopify or Etsy store. This listing will have all the variants indicated, will have the information from the print-on-demand provider, and it will load a new template that will combine the print area of the product and the design we selected. Also, is going to put together the preview based on the mockups of Printify and our design. The end result that spinning you saw is this. This is the final revision before you publish or you save. In this final revision, you can see if your design and options are working correctly. So if I pick this flower, it's going to change. And if I type something, it's going to change live as well. So our design is fitting correctly. Our design is updating and previewing correctly. And also if we change the variant, it's going to also change those colors. So that's great. In fact, if we like this particular image, we're going to click to this to be the save this as product image. Right, and this final revision will give you a chance to actually pick other designs, pick other names, pick other colors, and click preview. And this can actually be saved as a new image also. Let's put it here. These other images can be later used in your listing on Shopify or Etsy to add more content, more media content to the gallery. So this instance is very handy to pick some nice images of your different possible personalizations. The last thing I recommend in this stage is that you change the name. Why? Because this is a standard name from Printify and you want something unique to easily find this in your store. So let's click on Edit Product Details. Go to Title and put it here like, I don't know, flower and name Tumbler. Yeah, let's go all the way down. Yeah. Now we can change the description, and the price, of course, will have each price for each combination. In this case, is the different colors because we only picked one. So we can either change this one by one here really quick, or go to the e-commerce backend and do some more changes. Usually, you change your listing because you add images, you add tags, SEO information, you add to collections and put together a nice description. So this is just a quick shortcut for you to put things together. Just we publish this with something. Save the product, and we go back to the final revision. And now either if we want to save this as a draft and later publish this, it's okay. We are going to be doing that from the e-commerce backend. Right now, this is my backend, and you will see that I have this product, new product, in draft until I decide to publish. And there you go. This is my front end. This is my new product. This is the photo I picked with the example I picked. I have these variants working, and then I have the customity options ready to go. So if I pick this and I type this, yeah, I got this preview ready to go. Like that. And I can add to cart, and then I can just get my preview and my print file ready to go. The print file will be the wraparound you saw first. And there's always a way of checking this and editing this. If you recall, everything goes to the store section where we are right now. This new product has this new template created and these new options created. We can click on the We can click on the shortcuts to see how this works and to see the options available and be able to actually change the options if we want to. Can change the names of the swatches, the image of the swatches. Also click, hold, and drag if you want first the name and then the flowers. Everything is editable. And the same will go with the template. You can edit your template and see what Customily created, but always do changes. Right now, this is the print. The print is exactly what Printify needs. The guide is there hiding, and that's going to be printed. But also, if we go to the next part, you are in full control of the preview. The preview has a lot of have some images that help preview the the product nice looking like this. This is a mask that has a shape and shadow effect. Okay, and then we have the product color, and the product color basically what does is change the color, right? Depending on our variant choices. This is how we put together this using Customily 2.0, but always can be done using Customily 1.0 if you have the same system, because in the end, you end up with a template, and the template has two parts. Let me just put this here and put this here, right? Template always has two parts, the print and the preview. And whenever you change, your customers will change something on the preview, it will reflect on the print. And that's the important thing to understand. That's how we provide live previews and print file with the same information at the same time. So I'm not going to save this. I'm going to go back and open the Q&A part of this live session. Okay, for us, we need our own products that customers upload their own designs. We don't use POD or clipart, okay? We're going through that setup. Okay, if you have your own products and you have your own designs, or customers add their own designs as image uploads, basically what you need is, you have two ways to go. If you have your products in your store already, and those products are, for example, simple listings you have already, like a tote bag or anything at all, you can create a template that will show your the chance for your customers to upload their own images and preview them on the product. Or if you will be creating new listings, you can go to the start section and you can create your product bases. It's like this. You have your own products, so you have your own t-shirts, for example, and customers will just upload their own images there. Everything is feasible with Customily. If you have your own fulfillment, is the same. Either you work with your existing products and create templates so you can connect them in here, or you create new products using product bases and designs. The concept is basically the same. Let's say, for example, that I create a product base, and let's see if I have a design that is just a photo. Okay, we don't, but we can actually do the following. Let's say I have this. There's a product base I have that is a t-shirt, right? Let me see when we're going to find this. We did have some of this, and I'm looking for those. Probably we'll go with shirt. Okay, but actually we the one we saw first is actually pretty helpful, this one. So let's click here and see how a product base will look. Basically, this product base will print 10 by 10. Let's say this is a very small print area, okay? But this is all you need to know about the printing. The printing has a specific size and has a specific format for printing. And then you present this in your mockup like this. Now, if your mockup has multiple images, product images, what Customily does is detect these images and ask you if you want them to be variants. So you say yes, okay, and we go, for example, and create a design that is just an image upload for your customers. Let's create a design because you mentioned that they will upload their own design. So let's call this the design upload. Yeah. What do we need in here? We need a placeholder, right? So the shoppers will upload their photos like this. That's all you want. We may want to change this to upload your design, and that's it. Done, save, and this is a very particular simple design, but the ability for you to allow them to upload anything to your product is the essence of Customity. So now, if we come and create a new product and we don't go to any of this, we go to your product bases and we look for the this one, yeah. I have three images, which means we have three colors, right? We pick all three of them, and then we pick from our designs. So we have the design of uploading images like that. The process is exactly the same. This is will create a new listing, it will create a new template and option set, and it will put everything together in your front end. You can select if you want that to be draft until you are ready to publish, or go straight to make it public. So this process has created this template and this new product. Well, ugly call sample template. We're going to edit product details and call this uh, upload your design t-shirt. Like that. Up t-shirt. We have a, I don't know, that. If we want to try something, we can actually click on this select image and try with something. Well, we can upload this design. Beautiful, yeah. And because it's an uploaded image, we can do anything we want with this. So this could be one way to go. Let's try with some other images, something more interesting or challenging, something like this. I don't know. This will be a really nice image we can upload, make it smaller if we want, and even put it in here within the boundaries. That's also possible. Nothing stops you from printing empty except one corner. That's entirely up to you. I prefer having all like this and like this. Yeah. Okay, but this is just my sample for web purposes. So I'm going to save this to be my product image, and I will not publish this. I will keep it as a draft. But still, this has created a product in your store that is not connected to any POD, so you can download the print files from the order and fulfill on your own. You will have the um, you will have the variant information, the variant images, because you uploaded them to the product base, and you will have a nice mockup, and you will have the preview available for you at all times. So you see, this is the same concept, but this product just doesn't fulfill with a POD. It just gives you the print file that customers create, and you fulfill any way you want. Okay, well, that's the sample, and this is the product. I hope that answers the question and the case scenario of your own product with customers uploading what they want. That could be another way. Okay, well, thank you, Chris, because it's always nice to shoot out a new product right away. Okay, well, I really hope now you have things more clear as to how Customity works and what can you do with the app, how can you create products connected to PODs, create products on your own for your own fulfillment. But remember that we have an excellent support team available to help you during your first steps and assist you with anything you need. So don't hesitate to reach them via email, or you can open a live chat in the app during business hours. Also, you can join our Facebook communities where you can ask questions and share tips with other users of the app. And well, that's all for today and all for me as well. We're going to see you next week with new live sessions and new products. So thank you for sticking by and have a great day. Bye bye.